Okay. My makeup is already done. I've been sticking with this makeup look. I have a video on it already, so I didn't feel the need to film it, but I still wanted to get on here. I want to post like more often. As fun as makeup is and as important as self-confidence and all that is to me, I also want my channel to be a free space where you can be yourself. So I wanted to just like touch on subjects that I guess I've been avoiding. The past couple of years, I have silenced myself because I didn't want to delve into some topics that I was underqualified for, but I live in America. We have freedom of speech. We can talk about anything. I think I'm comfortable enough to communicate my opinions because I'm not ever trying to convince other people when I share my opinions. It's just fun to get it out. As a viewer watching people on YouTube or Instagram or something, when you find a like-minded person, you feel less alone. So if that ends up being the case for somebody, that would make me really happy. I'm gonna move this candle. I don't know what flavor candle that is, but I have a really conservative mindset and I just want to put it out there. It might not even be a secret. If you see my content on Instagram, I'm at the shooting range, I'm eating steaks, I'm riding horses. Like, I don't know if that represents a Republican, I'm not really sure, but that's how I feel and I think that's okay. I don't want that to be like the main theme of my channel, but politics and all that kind of stuff is affecting our everyday now and people have opinions about it. I always shied away from speaking on politics and all that because I didn't go to college. I don't read like 10 books a month or anything like that. I've seen people who feel empowered enough to talk on subjects. TikTok girls are discussing Russia right now. I didn't have an interest in politics, but the things that were affecting our everyday, even something as shallow as makeup YouTube, like was being affected, it's kind of hard not to have an opinion on it. There's this huge trend on YouTube for doing makeup tutorials or makeup hauls using Black-owned or women-owned makeup brands. I saw it. So many people were doing that. It wasn't something I ever wanted to partake in. I wasn't comfortable with the idea of purchasing products because of the owner being Black, because I've never purchased a product purposely because the owner was white or Filipino or Mexican or Chinese. I've never let race or sex of the CEO or creator have anything to do with makeup. I just think that that was a weird deal, to be honest, and I didn't, you know, say anything about it. I'm not against people who participated in that. I just chose not to. I guess like when it comes to makeup, my personal opinion, which by the way does not have to be yours, but my personal opinion is if someone's making makeup but they're also known in the media or something, like Jeffree Star, they have like scandals and stuff, I guess it can deter people from purchasing their product. Aside from that, products who have CEOs and CFOs that are not in the limelight, I'm not going to dig and find out what color of skin that person is and let that affect whether I purchase a product or not. I do know that Fenty Beauty is owned by Kendo, who used to have Marc Jacobs Beauty when it was a thing. I don't know who owns Kendo, but like I don't know. I don't think that that has an effect. Like I really love this liquid lipstick. I really love this contour. And that's about all I have to say about makeup. I didn't talk about it, but I had opinions about it. And in retrospect, I wish that I shared them. The reason that I didn't share them is because of the backlash that you could face. Because I feel like people with opposing views are really quick to name call and call you sexist or racist. You could regard someone as being racist because they're not purchasing a makeup product based on the race of the person who manufactures it. That's supposed to make sense. I don't know. When I was like in high school, I used to have a Facebook and you scroll through, they would have this post, like a picture of Jesus, and it was like, repost this or else you don't believe in Jesus. I personally have really strong faith. Look up the definition of what a Christian is. It's not someone who reposted this. What's an atheist? It doesn't say someone who didn't repost that Facebook thread in 2008. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to be bullied into any kind of action. I am a law-abiding citizen. I have respect for authority, but I don't like when people give me ultimatums, and I don't like when people bully me into thinking a certain way or doing certain things to appease them. So then like when the BLM movement came out, there was so much force in supporting them. They basically bullied people to say, if you don't support this movement, then you're a racist. There was so much other things to consider. If I don't give money to this organization that hasn't even shown what it does with that money, then I'm a racist? Like, what did they even end up doing with that money? Oh yeah. I don't want to talk about politics. I want to talk about makeup. Makeup was being affected. Like, for example, mask mandates. Mask mandates were a thing. So mask makeup was a thing. Like skincare to battle maskne was a thing. I never felt comfortable sharing my opinion about what's going on with this whole pandemic. People have been let go from their jobs for not taking this, for something that's brand new and not even proven. And people in the medical industry are choosing not to get this. Ariana Grande, who I love so much, she's singing about getting the vaccine. She's singing about getting your boosters. People in the medical industry refused to get this shot and lost their jobs over it. These people's opinions are honestly opinions that I would trust more than a singer or somebody on social media. Just my opinion. And being a woman or a woman of color, don't expect me to think a certain way. I would hope that you don't look at someone's gender or someone's race and assume that you can box them in and tell them what they should think. That's racism and that's sexism and that's not okay. Like, I am totally okay being a woman of color and having conservative values, and I would completely respect a woman of color to have a liberal mindset. There's posts about Kamala Harris and things that she has said.
I am here, standing here on the northern flank, on the eastern flank, talking about what we have in terms of the eastern flank and our NATO allies, and what is at stake at this very moment. A friend in need is a friend indeed.
Okay, I can first. Okay, so this time.
And what pisses me off is, as a person watching these, like, you're allowed to have a negative reaction to that. You're allowed to have critiques. You're allowed to have something negative to say about that, because what does she even say in any of these clips? You know what I mean? What pisses me off is that the mainstream media is saying that if you have anything negative to say about her, then you are racist and sexist.
Kamala Harris has an approval rating of 28%. I think I know why Kamala's ratings are low, besides sexism and racism, which are the obvious ones.
That's bullshit. Like, I don't agree with that. I can't get behind that.
I think that she has gone on multiple occasions a little bit underprepared with some of the questions that she's been asked. Lester Holt asked her a pretty basic question that she couldn't answer. So I don't know if it's a staff thing. She's not prepared enough. Perhaps she's not expecting the questions. I don't know what it is, but I think that's the issue. This is like the fourth or fifth time.
What it is that they constantly question the qualifications of black women, and that's why people are saying that she's unprepared. And
I disagree. I think she's
you
a
can
very
disagree, but that's
woman.
the truth of it. And so this is based in racism. This is based in misogyny.
In fact, she's in, I think, Bulgaria.
To me, what you're communicating to me is that we need to lower the bar because she's a woman of color, and I do not agree with that. I don't like the name calling. I'm allowed to form my own opinion. I'm allowed to have something to say about a speech like this.
Talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time in terms of what we need to do to lay these wires, what we need to do to create these jobs. And there is such great significance to the passage of time when we think about a day. And
I don't need to be labeled as a sexist or a racist or whitewash or anything like that because I have something negative to say when someone sounds so stupid when they talk. I have opinions about it all the time. I don't always feel the need to like talk about it all the time, but I definitely wanted to just level set on my channel and say, like, yeah, I feel conservative. I vote Republican. I'm not saying, oh, if you feel this way, then join my channel. You might not even like makeup. You might not even like me. Like, just because we have that in common, there are 100,000 things about everybody that can make them get along, and I'm not going to blindly follow somebody just because they're conservative. I'm not going to blindly dislike someone just because they're liberal. This is a makeup channel. I follow makeup people. I don't know where they're at on that, but I am going to share my opinion here and there, and I think that's okay. This is a free country that I love. What's bothering me when people have conservative values, they're getting yelled at, disrespected, deleted off of Twitter. I don't mind following someone on Instagram who I don't see eye to eye with in that regard, especially if it's something like a makeup channel. I don't care to find out what their political views are. I don't look to see, well, who do they vote for before I follow it. You know what I mean? Like, it's totally separate. I have found like some conservative accounts that watching them and hearing their opinions like makes me feel not alone. So I do want to represent that and create a safe space for whichever way you feel to feel safe. I'm not going to tolerate bullying on my channel. I'm not going to look at you differently based on how you feel or what you vote for. That's what I have to offer for you. I'll continue with self-confidence posts, makeup posts. I just want to let you know where I'm at. That's me, and I'm happy. So yeah, if you want to see other videos on my channel, like, feel free to tune in. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.